This is for the players.
I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Josh Saunders.
And this is For the Players, the PopCulturists PlayStation Podcast. Almost 40 years of playing PlayStation and 6+ years in that games media combined. We thought we'd throw our hats into the ring and join that PlayStation conversation.
If you would also like to join that PlayStation conversation, you can do so every Monday morning on YouTube at 9 a.m. and 8 a.m. on several podcast services. How do you join that conversation? Simply head over to www.thepopculturists.com/questions. Give us your thoughts, questions, and suggestions for the show. If the week between shows is a little bit too long, join us on Facebook, join us on our community Discord, and if you're feeling generous, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/popculturists. Head over there, check out the tiers. There might be something there that interests you.
If you want to show your pop culturist love on your body, head to thepopculturist.com/shop, where we now have an awesome range of merch.
Spiel is getting longer and longer. Welcome back to
Hey
the
man,
show, everybody.
2018, what's up?
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
the end of 2017 sucked.
Yeah, it did. It really fucking did.
Yeah, an appendix out.
Oh yeah, that for you
that
too.
part
Yeah, I
sucked,
forgot about that. Yeah.
Why does that for you?
I don't know. It's just my general day to day. It's
like, oh, I thought you were talking about my crippling depression.
That's just I'm sitting on my couch. I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah, so I was like writing that, the break between Christmas and New Year, we're like, cool, we're not making any videos. I don't have to go to work. I'm just going to chill out. Ow. Then it proceeded to hurt for a couple of days. Then I had surgery. So I've not had the most exciting break.
Gave you plenty of time to play games, though.
Did play some games, and we did rebuild a set.
We did rebuild the set. I think it looks kind of sharp.
It looks great. I was present. I supervised because I couldn't do heavy lifting, which is great.
Funny, the day before we decided to rip everything apart and rebuild, you decided to go to hospital.
Yeah,
the day before.
It's the day before I was supposed to rebuild this set with you. The day of I was supposed to do the live popcorn spoilers with Dylan. I'm like, how can I get out of this?
Oh, my side. Oh, it hurts so bad.
But yes, I have been able to play some games. Before, what games have you been playing though?
Well, seeing as it's school holidays now, and I do have full-time care of my son, not a lot of time for my single players.
Yeah.
Haven't really gotten to jump back into Nier. Played a bit of Dark Souls 3, but don't really, because Dark Souls 3 is a game that I need to sit down, peace and quiet, undisturbed, no distractions, and just focus.
Because you need that.
Yeah, I need it. I'm still new to the franchise, so I need to focus. So I've been playing a lot of multiplayer games with my boy. We got Dungeon Defenders 2 for free on PS4. It's like a third-person fantasy tower defense game. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. So you've got like classes, and they build different like fortifications to stop waves of enemies, but you also have your class and abilities and like loots dropping and stuff like that. Travel to like a hub world. There's all these other players there. You can join into games with them. I'd never heard of it, and I was like, yeah, we'll try it.
Apparently it's good enough for a second one.
Fucking rad. Yeah, it's really good. And then yesterday, for about 5 hours, we played Human Fall Flat. Okay.
Is that the little putty people?
It's like Gang Beast style, like ragdoll physics people.
But they're little white plasticine people. Yeah.
But you can get costume and stuff. It's a puzzle game instead of Gang Beast where you're fighting each other. Well, yeah, but you can still beat the shit out of each other for fun. The whole campaign is playable in like split screen co-op. So many laughs out of that game, man. They just nail the ragdoll physics. Yeah, like I'll be like, we need to like smash this lock open somehow. So I like pick up a rock. I'm like, wait, and then I throw it. It bounces off the door and hits Alex's character. And just the imagery is really funny, and he's nearly 9, and he's just pissing himself laughing, which is infectious to me. And we're laughing, and he'll like pick up a piece of wood to use as a ladder, like swing it around and like clock me in the head, and knock me off the map. And it's just real wholesome fun, yeah. And of course, thanks to you, a bit of GTA Online as well. Some escapades around Los Santos.
Yeah, no, I've been smashing GTA Online, a lot.
I mean, I'm enjoying playing all these games before, I guess, Monster Hunter Worlds and Dragon Ball comes, and that's when the year kind of kicks off for us.
We start working again.
Start work and having to play certain titles and all that kind of stuff. So I'm enjoying this free time just to dick about with a few different things. But yeah, GTA Online's really fun. I've found since playing a few sessions with you, when I play by myself, I'm like, like it's not as fun because
It does work by playing with buddies.
But having the co-op with you and Craig is certainly a lot of fun. Motorcycle gangs and stuff. It's fun. It's good.
Well, jumping in that. Yes, after as I'm going to talk about this the last episode, after watching the No Clip doco, I'm like, nah, I'm back in GTA. I did, and I dived in hard. Yeah. Like, I'm kicking its butt. I'm just having such a great time. I've bought like the motorcycle club. It's where the Sons of PopC, and then I built.
So lame.
It's so
man.
I couldn't think of a better name.
Bad.
I couldn't think of a better one.
PopC?
No, because the company that we have is called the PopCulturists.
Oh, okay.
I wanted something different.
PopK.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so like that's a lot of fun. Just doing a bunch of little.
Wanted
missions
something
and shit.
different by infringing copyright.
Yes, I'm having a lot of fun with GTA Online. It's way better playing with someone and like doing that like dynamic, just bouncing off people and stuff. But like I do kind of get a little bit of fun of just zoning out and just playing by myself. And
yeah, I don't mind. Like I'll play it by myself. I'll drive around, kill some other players.
I'll do some of the missions that I know they get a good turnaround, even if it's by yourself.
I'm saving up for my own clubhouse, so I can do like solo motorcycle stuff. When I'm by myself. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, they're relatively inexpensive. Everything is super expensive in this game. By the way.
I know.
And I jumped back because my goal over the break before I got surgery was to finish games. So my goals were to finish South Park and get back into Horizon at least, one of my two. I am about 2 missions off South Park, and then I went to the hospital, and then I just wanted something to chill because I didn't really want to think about it. South Park's really fucking good. Like I knew it was already good, but like it's just so good. It's just better.
It's exactly your type of humor.
It's perfectly my game. Yeah. Some of the humor is kind of getting repetitive at this point, but there's like some really dumb shit in there. Like the whole idea is like there's a mission line when you have to work for the police and you have to go and arrest dangerous suspects, but there's black people in the community that are doing nothing wrong. And it turns out the reason you do this is because in the basement of the police station is this giant tentacle creature named Shignigoroth, which you have to sacrifice black people to. So like the police aren't doing it like the police brutality because they want to.
They have to.
It's because they have to. Because they've got to like appease this monster. It's real stupid. And I've just got to a point where I don't know how well you know old school South Park, but there is the genetic engineer Mephisto.
Yeah, you had the monkey with the few butts. Or something.
The 6 butts. Yeah,
right.
So you go. It turns out the big bad is, spoilers, Mitch Connor, who's Cartman's hand. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Cartman's trying to find his hand the whole time. And there's like an exact moment where like meet me at the city hall, or you go to the city hall and it's like this big well lit scene. He's like and then it zooms out and it's just Cartman. He's like. But what are Mitch Connor's plans is to genetically engineer cats, because you know how the cat's the big thing in this.
Yeah.
So you have to go to Mephisto's lab, and there is just like a series of different things with many butts. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, like I've genetically engineered 6th graders with 6 butts. And there's something as simple as like you have to fight a room full of cats, and like all these cats are genetically engineered to have more butts, and we learnt that more butts, the more aggressive they got. And it's this real dumb sort of thing. He's like, he's trying to punch this keyboard to get you out of the room. He's like, what's this button do? Oh, it releases more cats. And then you get swarmed with more. It's that dumb humor that I love, and I really enjoy it. Yeah. It's so good. And I also picked up Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5.
Did you play it?
I played about first 15 minutes of it, and then I had to go somewhere.
Typical Ryan fashion.
I had to go somewhere, and I was like,
And you didn't get back to Horizon at all?
No, I haven't touched Horizon yet, no. But I'm debating now, like, because like, Horizon, I did put some good hours in, but it's like, I probably still have a good 20 or so hours to go. Mind you, I probably put about 20 hours in a fucking GTA. Easy. Mm-hmm. Like, if I reinvest that, I could probably finish Last of Us in that time. So I'm thinking, do I jump to Last of Us instead?
Why? Because you want to get it done before part 2?
Yeah, and then I can just get it done, because it's it's 8 to 10 hours, and then I've finally done it.
Just whip it onto easy. No shame.
I'm gonna have to break.
I did it on easy. Like, no shame. There is no shame in playing on an easy difficulty.
I'm going to have to, I think.
But yeah,
I think so that way I can get it done. That way I can at least finish a game this year.
Get off the year to a good start.
Speaking of that, I don't know, it's something that we didn't even discuss earlier. You know how people are doing these gaming resolutions? Do you have a gaming resolution for this year?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, me either.
No, I don't.
I guess. Well, I just made one. Mine's just probably finish more games. Finish more than 2 games this year. That's my goal.
Not okay, not get so tilted at online games.
Okay.
I'll go with that. Let's keep the rage in check, yeah? Because I did have that point where I'm like, I'm just not playing this stuff anymore.
Yep.
I just can't do it. But I've eased myself back in, GTA Online and a bit of Rocket League as well. And, when I feel myself getting a bit angry, just turn it off. Yeah. I'll come back to it later. Yeah. So while we were doing fuck all, the industry has been doing fuck all because there's not a lot of news this week as we head into the segment we call Inform the Players. I should have mentioned at the start. What was I going to mention at the start? If you're sick of our bullshitting at the start of the show, there will be timestamps in the description if you want to jump to certain segments and whatnot. We have 5 bits of news this week. Starting at number 1, free-to-play hero shooter Paladins is getting a battle royale mode.
Literally called Battlegrounds.
Wait for it. Battlegrounds. You killed my script. Fuck. Developer Hi-Res announced that Paladins Battlegrounds will be free to play and drops 100 players into a 20-minute matches set on a large map. There, teams of players fight over loot, more than 4 dozen outposts, and chase zeppelins that drop legendary gear as encroaching fog corrals them into even tighter skirmishes. The last team standing wins. Paladins Battlegrounds was designed from the ground up to be played in teams, Hi-Res said, and will retain the main game's class-based team composition. Okay, so calling it early, 2018 will be the year of Battle Royales. Because, PUBG was that runaway success, Fortnite piggybacked off that as well, and now it's just going to be a Battle Royale for Battle Royales. We're going to get so many good and shit Battle Royales this year. The market's going to become saturated. Oh, yeah. And they're all going to die except for, 3.
So for PUBG, probably Fortnite, because they had that long
but, this will be different. Paladins will be different again because, you have a class, because it's free-to-play Overwatch, basically.
See, I have no idea what Paladins is. We get emails about them all the time.
But free-to-play.
Yeah, okay.
It's a class-based team shooter, same as Overwatch is, yeah?
Okay.
So this will be the same thing, first-person, class-based team, you got all your abilities and stuff. So I don't know really what you're going to do with loot, but Hi-Res have had a lot of backlash the last few weeks because they changed progression into cards, like Battlefront did, and it's become that pay-to-win thing again. So to announce this at the time when their, diehard community fucking hates them is kind of weird.
Yeah, very interesting.
But yeah, I'll definitely...
And I do. Speaking of no shame of the easy mode, no shame in just naming it Battlegrounds. Fuck you, what are you gonna do?
That's what it is. I guess.
Yeah, so I got the email and I was like, I don't know what Paladins is, but it's questionable.
Paladins Unknown Battlegrounds. But I'll definitely jump in and give it a go. I mean, it's going to be free, so why not try it? It might be your thing that just kind of gets you.
I don't want to burn myself out on Battlegrounds though, and Battle Royales, because I do love PUBG.
I haven't played PUBG for a month.
Yeah, so the 1.0 is pretty dope. It looks sharper. Still get screen sharing like a mother, but it's pretty good otherwise.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's the same game.
Number 2, Rocket League has hit another major milestone, reaching 40 million players across PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch.
God damn.
Developer Psyonix announced the news on Twitter, with the game now having gained 2 million more players in just a few weeks. Rocket League hit 38 million registered players early December. So about 4 weeks, another 2 million players. Fuck, Jesus.
Hot damn.
Merry Switch miss.
But at the same point, they're counting purchases on each console, right? So like Dave, who owns it on all 4.
Yeah, I'm sure there's many people that own it on a lot of different consoles. Some other further news for Rocket League, some updates you can expect this year as outlined by Psyonix will include improved server performance, in-game tournaments, a revamped progression system, inventory and quality of life improvements, new collectibles and banners, titles and achievements. So they're still going hard on the Rocket League.
Yeah, that's really good. And
because I've been in and out of it the last few weeks as well, just for shits and giggles, and kind of clicked with me a week ago. I don't know, I was suddenly able to do some cool aerial things. I don't know, just all the pieces are going and I'm
stars aligned.
Yeah, I'm like, the physics of it. It's like, the ball's going that way at this speed.
And you're seeing calculations and math.
Like the clip from, I think, Hangover 2 when he's counting cards.
It's Beautiful Mind and that movie.
So yeah, it kind of clicked a little bit, and it's been really cool. I'm glad it's doing extremely well.
Yeah, so Psyonix have done a really good job of supporting Rocket League. So they're essentially, I don't know whether they said it word for word, but they're pretty much along the lines of there is no Rocket League 2.
Yeah,
we'll just continue supporting this, and we'll have...
Is it Jeff Dunham?
Yeah, I think it's Jeff Dunham.
Said it to Greg Miller in an interview, I think Kind of Funny Games Daily or something. He said, we're not looking at doing a sequel. Why? We've got this, huge community, so, going to a sequel, like what could they add that couldn't just be patched in?
Yeah,
you know?
so they're pretty much patching anything, and they're giving. I believe they're still giving free DLC, and they're like from the last they go like, hey, here's a hockey mode, here's a basketball mode, all free.
Yeah, it's all
all paid by purchasing the game and the little like they do have loot boxes as well.
You get the loot boxes for free as like rare drops from like finishing a match. You know, you can get ornaments and stuff for your car. Sometimes you get a loot box, but you need to go to the PlayStation Store and buy a key to unlock the loot box.
So like it's there, and like, but no one seems to have an issue with it because Rocket League without they're just like no, it's all, it's all about making your car prettier.
I think the biggest thing is, you know, other than, you know, it's just cosmetic.
Yeah.
But they do allow in-game trading of all your stuff.
Yeah.
As
So
well.
yeah.
So you know, you could open a loot box, get something you don't want, but someone else might, so you can talk to other players. And swap items and stuff.
When I was playing with Dave once, he's like, hey, here's a bunch of things I don't want. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah. So I think, you know, everyone hates loot boxes and microtransactions, but having it open to player trading is a very
gives it additional value.
Yeah, and it you know helps foster a community as well, being able to trade. Except I hate when I join a game and then in the chat everyone's like trade, like the seagulls from Nemo, like
trade,
mine, trade, and then they're like chatting through like the touchpad, you know, okay, invite me after the game, and I'm like, like saving a lead goal, like, come on, just fucking help me. But it is a lot of fun, and it will be here for a very, very long time. Rocket League, I'm very glad.
Yeah. Very cool.
Number 3, PS Plus games for January. You can get them now, but I'll strap for news. I thought I'd throw them in anyway.
Cool.
We'll just talk about them. PS4, you can get Deus Ex: Mankind Divided and Batman: The Telltale series. PS3, you can get Sacred 3 and the Book of Unwritten Tales 2, and for Vita, you can get Psycho Pass, Mandatory Happiness, and Uncanny Valley.
Uncanny Valley is crossplay, so it is also on PS4 as well.
Okay, sweet. So, they're pretty good. I mean, the PS4
the value of it is about $250.
Yeah, so, you know, Deus Ex, I've heard, is quite good. I've never played one before.
I hear it's average.
I hear it's average compared to other.
But for what it is, yes, this is the game that suffered a lot from
higher ups fucking with it.
Yeah, with the whole like build your own collector's edition.
Yeah,
it's like,
you know, that's right.
If you get enough, if we get X amount of pre-order bonuses, you get this.
Yeah, that's so dumb. But Batman Telltale series, you know, did you?
I did buy it, and I played the first
season pass.
Yep, I bought season pass. Like an idiot now, but no, I played the first 2 episodes. I really enjoyed it. I just
didn't finish it.
Holy shit! I didn't even put that in my list of games I played last year. I totally forgot about it. Oh damn!
I bought episode 1 when it came out, so.
And Uncanny Valley is something that always piqued my interest.
Yep.
I don't know why. I was like, this is interesting.
Something to play on the Vita. That's why.
Yeah, but the Vita lives on the shelf now.
I mean, you can take it off to play.
No, it lives on the shelf.
Okay, fair enough.
A little PlayStation display. For those of you, this is the history of PlayStation right there.
But of course, all those games are available to download now for PS Plus users.
Correct.
Number 4, Sean Esque, the creative director on Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, is leaving Naughty Dog after 7 years with the studio. Quote, 7 years ago, I joined the talented team at Naughty Dog on a project still in its infancy, The Last of Us, wrote Esque on Twitter. While the rest is history, left behind Uncharted 4 were fleeting, and the Uncharted: The Lost Legacy pushed my creative growth even further. I will miss all my dogs. So what I had next was unconfirmed, but apparently it's confirmed now. SK is moving on to join the team at Crystal Dynamics to work on the upcoming Avengers game. He recently posted the Avengers logo on Instagram, writing "to new adventures" in the caption. And I've got here from when I got it. However, SK hasn't confirmed, but apparently it is confirmed now.
Cool.
It's quite a move.
It's a very good move.
Do we know anything about this Avengers game?
We know it exists, and that's about it.
So, okay. I mean, it's obviously a very different genre. Are we about to see Avengers get like all dark and fucked up?
I don't think so.
Get the Avengers that I would actually play.
I don't think so. I don't think it's going in that line because the Lost Legacy wasn't all dark and gritty.
Yeah, I
well,
suppose.
you haven't played it. You're not sure. Or did you play it?
I never played it.
No,
but it's Uncharted.
Yeah,
Uncharted
but it's not like Last of Us dark. It's it's pretty lighthearted in the same way. Because there's no real understanding of what the Avengers game's going to be. Like I remember there was some sort of like. Some people were just bullshitting about what it could be, whether it's like a multi-online thing where each of you play a different member of the Avengers and you all team up.
Yeah, that could be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
I guess
everyone wants to be like Cap.
That's pretty much what Disney Infinity was, though.
Yeah,
just at a higher level. Like
so as like you're always Iron Man. I'll always be Black Widow because why not?
Yeah. Like DCUO, but for Marvel kind of thing?
Yeah, but DCUO was all based around you making your own character and doing your own story.
Yeah, right.
So there's no way, like, no one knows what the Avengers game's about, except unless you work there. Which,
I mean, it's obviously, a decent loss for Naughty Dog, but I'm sure they'll trek on.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll trick on just fine, and it really shows. Like, I have a feeling he's probably poached in a good way.
Yeah, probably.
You know, as in like, he probably wasn't. You know, like, hey, we want you to. We saw the Lost Legacy. We saw the Lost Legacy. You fucking killed it. Do you want to? Can you come over here? Mm. And when you've been somewhere for how many years? 10 years?
7.
7 years? It's a long time.
It is a long time.
I've been at my job for 3 years, and I'm like, I'm gonna change it.
You're ready to die.
Yeah.
You hated it so much your appendix failed.
Yeah. I get an extra week off now. It's good.
Next and final bit of news, because I was stretching. The January PSN sale is still going.
Yeah, it happened mid-December. Just released a bunch of newies, so it's really good.
So I picked a few highlights that I picked. You probably should have done this. I was going to get you to do the same, but I didn't because I forgot. GTA 5, $39.95. Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, $39.95. Witcher 3 Game of the Year Edition, $24.95.
Fuck yeah.
Uncharted 4, $28.10. The Nathan Drake Collection, $22.55. Final Fantasy 15, $24.95. And Firewatch, $8.95. I'm going to get Firewatch.
Yeah.
I've heard good things.
I bought it.
It's only like $30.
And I haven't played it yet.
But there's like 700 titles on sale.
Yeah, I picked up Kingdom Hearts, $30.
Yeah, I picked up Dark Souls 3 for $24.
Yeah, and the Dark Souls 2.5 Final Chapter Prologue, whatever, that's about the same price.
What?
Sorry, Kingdom Hearts Chapter, whatever the fucking prologue, is about the same price.
I'd love to put the Kingdom Hearts characters in the Dark Souls world, just for the imagery.
Horizon Zero Dawn's $25.
Yep.
And the collector's complete edition's there as well. I think it's about 30.
Yep.
Highly
encourage you to go check it out because
there's a bunch of good shit on those. And like
more than I can list.
A bunch of the old GTAs, a bunch of classics.
Yep.
There's a bunch of good stuff on there.
A very good sale.
But they're all games that are out now, and they're old games. So it's where you I throw up the segue and then you finish it off.
What?
I was trying to transition to you for the main topic. I'm setting up the ball.
You were meant to say it though.
But,
okay, just a little tangent here. We had obviously while we were on break, not obviously, but while we were on break, we had like a big team meeting, talk about the shows, what we can do differently, and the main feedback from people that that are kind of close to us behind the scenes were like, the main topic needs a fucking name because it's been 6 or 7 months, it's been 35 episodes, and the joke's getting a little bit old. We hear you, okay? Yeah. So before this, I came in and said to Ryan, hey, how about we do this? And he's like, that's really cool, actually. Yeah, let's do that. But I meant for you to do that. Because you do all the segues. I thought you were going to do that. So basically, it was Ryan was supposed to say, that's it for the news. Josh, let's have a talk to the players about insert topic name.
Yeah. All right.
Would you like to do that?
So, Josh, wait, what?
That's it for the news.
That's it for the news. Now let's talk to the players. This week, we're talking about the anticipated releases for 2018. Now, of course, we're going to be having a very PlayStation-focused angle on this. They'll include a bunch of third parties and multi-plats, but we are focusing on the PlayStation. Yeah,
but if it's coming to the PlayStation, we're going to talk about it.
It's playable on that PS4. It's where it's going to be at.
Yeah.
So we're going to kick things off with ones that have confirmed dates at this point. Mm-hmm. And then we'll obviously break down to some ones that are unconfirmed, and we'll talk about we'll obviously mention them as we go. We'll talk about what ones get us excited, get our blood pumping, and we'll also reach out to the community as well, and they've jumped in with what they're excited for.
Mm-hmm. So starting with what has a locked in.
So you have literally 4 months of confirmed dates at this point.
Pretty much. And of course, this is everything that we found interesting. There is so much more coming out, but not all of it's worth talking about, if you know what I mean. January 23rd, The Inpatient for PSVR.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Keenaz. You played it at EB Expo, right? Or PAX? Which one? One of them. You played it?
I played at one of them.
Yeah,
I don't remember which one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I dug it. I dug it real good.
You liked what you saw?
Good spooks, yeah.
Good spooks. Yeah. I got a video, because I was recording you playing, and the booth helper guy, he's like, in like 3 minutes there's a jump scare coming up. I'll give you a nod when it's about to happen. I'm like, fucking sweet. Got that clip of you going. It's awesome.
That was really cool. So having not, really spent a lot of time with Until Dawn, like I don't know the history of where they're going with it.
I don't think you'll need to. I'm sure there'll be nods, but I don't think it will be like that tight.
Yeah, so it's a cool prequel to Until Dawn, and there's the really cool things in there. Like you're in a wheelchair and you're being wheeled around, and you get to eat some sandwiches, and
sandwiches.
You get to eat sandwiches in the game. Like, yeah.
As eating a sandwich in real life.
Yeah, I love this game.
It's like 4D.
And like, you know, it's a cool kind of horror element, and like there's a really interesting like interrogation scene where the guys getting all up in your shit, because like it's really intimidating if we get up in your face in VR. And like when you something I didn't know about and I found out later was because there's two different outcomes. So someone's talking to you and they're like, there's one answer here and one answer there. You could look at the answer and press the button, or you can say what the screen says and it'll pick that answer.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
That's really cool, except for when you look like a crazy person in your lounge room by yourself.
Nah. Well, if you're by yourself, what do you care?
So like Millie's in the kitchen, you like look at the man. I'm like, I'm uncertain of this situation. She's like, I don't fucking know. What?
That'd be pretty funny, actually.
But no, I'm keen as fuck to play that.
Another big title for VR.
I love me. VR is going to be pretty good this year.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think we've now got that year and a bit. That's enough time to get anything that was sort of in development in that kind of place, or things very close to finish development. So I think we'll get a lot of good stuff at least announced this year. But yeah, we'll no doubt reach out to PlayStation Australia for that one.
On the 26th
Shameless.
of January, we get two titles. Dragon Paul.
Paul.
Paul, what are you doing? Dragon Ball Fighter Z and Monster Hunter World on the same day.
I don't have to fight you, Paul.
Fucking bring it. Sort it.
I'm so sorry.
So I'm guessing, yeah, Dragon Ball Fighter Z and Monster Hunter World. I'm guessing we'll kind of take one each.
Yeah, pretty much. So
to kind of get review.
we know that Monster Hunter World's coming, so I'll send that to you because it's one, and I'm keen for Dragon Ball. That's so yeah. Monster Hunter's Capcom. Dragon Ball is Bandai.
Yeah.
Should be some
Dragon
good
Ball
fun.
make a good stream.
Oh yeah, it will.
But yeah, we played Dragon Ball at EB as well. It was a lot of fun. It was kind of not in its infancy, but there's been a lot of posts since then in the last 6 months, so they've added
there was only like 6 playable characters in the demo that we did, but it looked fleshed out, as in like it looked great there.
They've gone from the 3D animated style to keeping it 2D.
Yeah, so the 3D animation was always good. Like, it was always sufficient.
It's always hard to take like a cartoon.
Yeah, and it looked super jarring.
Even Pokemon.
Yeah.
When you back in the day when you went from Game Boy to Pokemon Stadium, I mean the sprites looked good. You could recognize what Pokemon it was, but it was still kind of
so jarring.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird.
And this by putting it on the 2D plane, then they're still sort of it's that weird Street Fighter-esque 3D but 2D.
You got 3D movement, like you can circle each other.
Yeah. Not like unlike just kind of like, but unlike Tekken, which is like clearly 3D model on a 3D plane,
which I think lets them do a lot more visually because there was so much going on. In that game, you know, we do combos and then
because
your teammate would come
fly
in
and miss someone and you're like doing fighting and then like ding.
Yeah, a lot of depth to it. It's really cool. And
I'm really keen to spend time with it.
Obviously, Monster Hunter World, you know, they had the 2 betas in the last 4 weeks. I didn't play either of them. I liked what I saw at EB. I just want to step back. But I'm keen to kind of get lost in that.
Yeah, not having a history with Monster Hunter, I'm very interested. So that you're more interested than me. So what we'll do is, you play it, I'll play it, and then
we'll swap
it out and we're all good.
Yeah. Heading into February, on the 6th, we got the Shadow of the Colossus.
First party release
remaster
for
the
2018.
PS4.
I've never played it.
No, me either. But like everyone, they looked back on so fondly, and I think The Last Guardian was the chance to be like, I get it, I love it. This is really cool. I want to play the other ones, but The Last Guardian didn't really do that for me. I didn't play it too much, but I didn't want to because from what I played, I was like, this is really annoying. Yeah. The getting Trico to like do what you want it to do, but sometimes it doesn't. But it's meant to not because it's mimicking like a real animal. It doesn't, and I don't know. Yeah. So in Shadow of the Colossus, there's no giant bird dog to annoy the fuck out of you, which is really good. Yeah. But having not played it on PS2, I'm looking forward to giving it a go. I'm curious as to whether I will fall in love with it like everybody else has, or whether there is that rose tinted glasses to it. I think certainly the case. It's been so Blue Point, who've done amazing. They did the Nathan Drake collection. They are essentially like one of the best. They are the remake masters at this point. Yeah. So like I think it will look lovely. I think it will. It'll at least look stunning. I have a feeling it'll still control like a PS2 game. I think it was very much a product of its time because think back to the PS2 era. Think of the kind of game Shadow of the Colossus is. What else was there that you did that to that scale or anything like that? Like nothing comes to mind. And then God of War. And then God of War after that. But since then, we've had a lot of, Climb the Giants, and, we've had all those kind of games. But at the time, it was like, whoa, mind-blowing, yeah? But yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
It's one of the only confirmed first-party games for this year, so...
Strange. But we'll get to that later, though. On the 15th, we've got Secret of Mana remake for PC and PS4 and PS Vita. You don't know? Really one of the best RPGs, ever fucking made.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for some reason I thought you played it. I was thinking Mystic Quest Legends.
If they're like, where Mystic Quest Legends remake, I'm like, woo!
Secret of Mana is held to the same esteem. I think you'll very much enjoy it.
Oh, I thought Mystic Quest Legend was just a game that I just enjoyed. I didn't know it was held with esteem. I just assumed I liked it.
It's an unlabeled Final Fantasy game. It is a Final Fantasy game in the off series. But yeah, no, it's quite well looked back on quite fondly. Very nice. So is Secret of Mana, and for it to come to the Vita, that's important because that's where I'll be playing it. I found I spend a lot more time with RPGs if I can play them on the Switch or the Vita. Just because when the kids are over, I don't really get the TV and I don't get to sit and enjoy it, really take it in. But having it on the handheld, I can just sit on the couch next to them and play. So yeah. On the 20th of Feb, Metal Gear Survive. What do we think? Well, what do you think? Because I haven't played any.
My interest is like a car crash. I'm like, ooh, something's dead in there. But I can't keep looking at it.
I can't stop looking at it.
I'm like, oh, that's horrible. I'm gonna slow down.
It's the first official Metal Gear title without Kojima involved.
Yeah, so I think there'll be no Kojima branding on it. Nothing.
All these assets, though, yeah.
It's all the assets from the Fox engine and Metal Gear Solid 5. Yeah. So I think it will, if I remember right, it is essentially there's a giant wormhole and everyone got fucking sucked into it. So it's not in the same vein, universe continuity as Metal Gear franchise. So it's sort of a spin-off. And the person working on it is just one of the guys that did Metal Gear Revengeance. Dumb name, good game.
Oh, okay.
So there's some good people behind it in terms of history for Metal Gear stuff aside from Kojima, but I think it'll be shat on no matter what.
Yeah, it's Konami.
I remember hearing a lot of people playing it at E3 and whatnot, and then being like, "It's kind of good."
Oh no, it's kind of good.
It's like, oh no, it's kind of good. And I think that'd be very interesting. I'm gonna put my hands on it. I'm gonna get my hands all up in it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Just out of pure curiosity. But I'm not expecting a whole lot out of it either.
No. So we head into March. On the tail end of it, got 4 pretty big releases.
Two were delayed.
Yeah.
Into March.
23rd, we've got Ni no Kuni 2, The Revenant Kingdom.
Well, not having played the first.
The first, I didn't play, but I did watch some reviews, and it seemed like a really charming, heart-wrenching tale. Kid who lost his mum. And, you see it at the start.
Oh, that's sad.
But this, I don't know if it's classed as a sequel or in an alternate world or whatever. But played the demo slice of it at EB. And I didn't like it.
Me too.
I felt like it just threw me into the middle of something big, and I'm like, I don't understand. I think it was just a poor portion of the game to try to demo, because it was just in the middle of a huge battle, don't know what's going on or why, there's no tutorial, what the controls are, it's just do shit.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly the same thing. I'm like, oh, what's this? Alright.
Okay, yeah.
And then I put it down, walked around and played Dragon Ball Fighter.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I was like, this is much better.
On the 27th, we've got Far Cry 5 and MLB The Show 18. What are you going to do then? What are you going to do on the 27th? I know you do.
Hopefully Far Cry 5 comes early. I love it.
I know, just randomly, something I didn't know about you, even though we were friends for a few years until not recently, but when you got...
We went 4 years.
4 years, yeah. But it wasn't until last year I realised that you were such a big baseball fan. Or games at least.
Yeah.
And you followed it as well.
I used to when I worked not full time. I used to watch all the time, but now.
So you're keen as for
MLB
The Show.
MLB The Show 2017 was great. See, this is what's really impressive. So it's made by Sony San Diego. So this is technically the second first party of the year. Mm-hmm. It is awesome.
Yeah.
It is the only game that Sony San Diego make.
Right.
And they literally churn it out in 3 months. In 9 months.
Okay. So they've got the shit down.
And it's down, and it's beautiful, and like yes, that's very slight iterations from the previous year, because there's not much you can do in 9 months really.
Is it buggy?
No.
Like, does it fall into the same traps that the EA Sports games do?
Google MLB The Show face scan. It's horrifying.
MLB The Show face scan. Let's go to images.
Yep. There was... there it is.
That's
on
really
the
good.
right-hand side.
Holy fuck.
Yep. The game wigged out.
I'm going to put that image on the screen when I edit this, because that's fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
It actually makes me nauseous.
It makes me uncomfortable, right?
It makes me feel sick to look at.
Especially the one on the right. It's kind of uncomfortable.
Hey, that's me above it. Bald guy with a beard.
Yeah, so like they're great games. I love them because I love baseball, and they're really intricate, but they're also really basic in a good way if you wanted to dive into it. And Far Cry 5, I've played.
Yeah, we both played it at
3 times now. 2 times now.
Yeah.
I know. I've played a couple different expos.
Yeah.
Super keen. I really love the cult look where they're going for now.
Cult.
Huh?
The religious cult.
Yeah, the religious cult aspect. Like, I hope they sort of double down on it and go like real deep into it. The gameplay is really cool. It feels like Far Cry, but also feels a bit newer, a bit different to regular Far Cry.
I think it feels a bit faster compared to the other ones. I didn't play 4, but compared to 3,
I didn't play 4 either. Yeah.
Compared to 3, at least, it did feel a bit smoother, a bit a bit more pushing forward, and
and this being, I believe, being the first one to be, apart from Far Cry Primal, maybe that was entirely built for next gen. Like I'm pretty sure Far Cry 4 was on PS3 as well.
On the 30th of March, I don't know if you've heard much about this game, Agony. Man, this game looks fucked. It's a survival horror game, and just don't judge just yet. I'll read the blurb.
Okay.
Agony is an upcoming survival horror video game developed by Madmind Studio and published by Playway. Players begin their journey as a tormented soul within the depths of hell, without any memories about their past. Special ability to control people on their path and even possess simple-minded demons give the players necessary measures to survive in the extreme conditions they are in. This trailer is one of the most unsettling...
Is that the one with the little big demon in the giant hole? Like, it's all stretched out and it's kind of like...
Yeah, I think so. The imagery in the trailer is some of the most unsettling things I've ever seen. Do you mean that?
No, that's
like,
not it. But it's still very uncomfortable. That's kind of cool.
I'll put a few pictures up as I was talking about it, but I highly encourage you to watch the trailer because it looks like one of the most fucked up things.
I think it's the one I'm thinking of, but I don't have any pictures of what I'm talking about.
I'm very keen for that. I think it'll make I'd like to stream it if you can.
And then poops.
But yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere with the trailer. I'd never heard about it, and then boom, there's a trailer. Watched it. I was like, this looks insane. And you know, I know the survival horror thing's kind of over flooded at the moment, but there seems to be a new take. Like, you're in hell, there's demons and supernatural kind of stuff. I think
rather than some dude chasing you in a hallway,
rather than whatever Outlast 2 did. And then moving on to April, the last big confirmed date for the year so far, We Happy Few.
What was originally supposed to be an Xbox exclusive has since moved into
everything.
Platform.
Well,
who picked it up? Gearbox, I think.
Gearbox picked it.
Was Gearbox? Yeah, Gearbox Publishing.
Yeah, right. Yep. It looks interesting.
I remember seeing it at E3 2016.
Yep.
And it was the whole idea of like the pill happy.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll read the blurb. We Happy Few is an upcoming indie survival and exploration video game developed by Compulsion and published by Gearbox for all the consoles. The game takes place mid-1960s in the fictional English city of Wellington Wells. Dystopian, retro-futuristic fashioned, drug-fueled society formed following an alternative timeline of events with World War II. Just a quick little bit more. The residents of the city seeking to forget the war begin taking a hallucinogenic drug known as joy.
Oh, joy, not happy.
Which does that, but also leaves them constantly happy, easily controlled, and lacking morals. Very interesting. It's got a very Bioshocky kind of vibe to it. Yeah.
Well, the initial trailer, like, it is in playable beta on Xbox in the early access thing they have.
Yep.
It's like $40. I'm like, fuck that noise. But
to play the beta,
you play the early access, yeah.
Oh, I hate that shit. Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know whether it's still that game that it looked to be before. You know, because when
Gearbox picked it up, it got the AAA treatment.
Yeah, there were some changes.
When Gearbox
there's a great Jim Sterling video about it. Actually,
he did a video. You know, they picked it up, and now there's a collector's edition, and then there's this
season
and that,
passes,
and pre-order bonuses, and all that kind of stuff. So it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't care about all of that. It's just how it plays. Is it fun?
Yeah, I'm keen to check it out, but I ain't paying for it
enough.
right now. I'll pay for it when it comes out.
Yeah.
I am paying for it now.
So that's it for stuff with dates, like locked in. You know, there's a lot more slated for 2018, but no confirmed dates. So we'll get into all that stuff now. So I've got, this is listed under unconfirmed dates, but reasonably expected for the most part. I'll just go alphabetically. Anthem. Don't reckon this year?
No way.
Not a chance?
No way.
You reckon?
I reckon they might want to,
Don't forget it's EA. They'll just push it out whenever the fuck they want.
I think because if this is EA's next big game, I think they'd be stupid to release it out of
I'd very much disagree. I think getting it out as soon as possible would be the best thing they can do with all the hate that Destiny 2 has been getting the last few months and all how jaded all the players feel about the Destiny 2 experience. I think a lot of them would be looking at Anthem, waiting for it, and like, I'll jump over to this then, because it's the same style of game. You know, the quasi MMO, open world kind of experience. So I think it would benefit them greatly to get it out as soon as they can. But
it certainly
if
would.
it comes out in a broken state, and we don't know how it's going to be with the EA-anizing of it, with all the microtransactions. It certainly looks fantastic.
Like the demo that we were shown at E3.
Like, take out the voice acting.
Take out that super.
Okay, I'm moving in.
Yeah, apart from that lame shit, it looks ambitious.
Yeah.
And my concern is whether that ambition's paying off.
We'll see, but the trailer was really good. The environments looked great. Whether they actually come out that way on the other end.
It wouldn't surprise me if we saw it in 2019.
Yeah. No, it could go either way. What about Biomutant?
I don't know a lot about Biomutant, actually.
No? I'll bring it up.
It's the little creature thing?
Yeah, the little creature thing. Does the image like...
Yeah, the image rings a bell. Like, I know what it is, but I don't know a lot about it. It's an action role-playing video game developed by Swedish developer Experiment something.
And published by THQ Nordic.
Of course.
Yep. It's coming to everything. It says on the wiki 2018. So Biomutant is an action role-playing game set in an open-world environment played by third-person perspective, in which the player takes control of a raccoon-like creature in a world filled with mutated animals. That's a quick summary.
I don't know a lot about it, but the previews that I heard from a lot of other bigger and more important outlets said a lot of good things.
A lot of people are very excited for this game. I am excited for Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night.
What is it?
What? Okay, so it was the most funded Kickstarter game ever because it's a Metroidvania style game made by the guy who made Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Oh shit!
Right, so that's why it's got such a big following, because everyone's like, this is a spiritual successor to Castlevania.
Okay.
So they wanted $500,000 on Kickstarter. They ended up with $5.5 million.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and from everything we've seen, like demos and gameplay footage and all of that kind of stuff, it looks fucking great. It looks incredible. Seems to really capture that, because I never got to play the Castlevania games when they were relevant.
Yeah.
What?
So I just had a light bulb moment.
A what?
A light bulb moment about something.
Oh,
Still
okay.
get to it.
Yeah, I never got to play them back then, and I feel like going back to play them now, it wouldn't really kind of do it for me, because I didn't play it when it was relevant. But yeah, Bloodstained is a spiritual successor to the Castlevania series, in which Koji Igarashi had been the series producer from 2001 to 2010, and then he ended up in 2014. He left Konami, kickstarted Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night, and here we are. The wiki says estimated 2018. So it was started. It was on Kickstarter in 2015. So I think 2018 is pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
From all the footage that we've seen, it seems to be very far in development. It seems to look really good. I'm fucking keen. I love me side scrollers. Good side, like Shovel Knight, like really fucking got me.
Sorry, my appendix wound's hurting. Keep talking.
I thought you were playing with your dick.
Nope.
No, but that's it. Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night's one of my most anticipated for the year. I can't fucking wait. The wiki says March, but nowhere else says that.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to
need some more history on that one.
Next one, Code Vein.
Yeah.
The Dark Souls-ish...
Vampire Dark Souls?
Yeah, Vampire Dark
Soulsborne
Souls.
sort of
Soulsborne style with vampire stuff. Played it at EB and PAX. Very tight, very cool. I like vampires and stuff before they got all like faggy. But yeah, I was a big fan of vampires and stuff, and the imagery is really cool. And I like
it looks kind of
It
dark
looks
and gritty
good.
and cool.
And it plays really well, or controlled really well from the demo that I played, so that's cool too. Darksiders 3.
Another THQ Nordic. I picked up that definitive
the
platinum War Mastered and the definitive edition, like the double pack they had.
Yeah.
I did pick that up.
So I
but I haven't played it yet.
I picked it up too. I started playing number 1. I think I got about halfway through it, and I was enjoying it. I know I shared a few clips in that on the Facebook community page I was playing. I'm like, at the time, this would have been fucking like, this would have been insane. It's very like God of War-y in a way as well. Not quite as fast, but apparently number 2 was where it really kind of hit that.
Yeah, it
that
gets
sweet
a bit more,
spot,
more puzzly, a bit more Zelda-esque.
A bit more puzzly.
Apparently.
The combat's a bit faster, a bit more fluid. You know, number 1 was very heavy and methodical. Number 2 is very, puzzly but quick and all that kind of stuff. And 3 just looks great.
Yeah.
It's cool. You'll be playing as Fury. Second one you were Death. First one you were Wrath, maybe.
I think so.
But no, it's cool. Looks good. Here's one. Now we get into like the big first party stuff where it's like, what are you doing with these dates? So Days Gone.
Man, Days Gone. It's like out of E3, they pretty much said anything that said 2018. Anything that said 2018 is hitting 2018.
Right.
I mean, like, but any of the games we mentioned a year, that's when they're coming. Where they did not mention a year for Days Gone. So Days Gone's there's no release window, nothing at this point, right? So I am concerned about it not coming this year, but because of its style in terms of the zombie sort of apocalypse stuff, it needs to really get ahead of Last of Us. Now, Last of Us is not coming this year. Any website
I don't even
or
have it
any
down
person that claims that The Last of Us 2 is coming out this year, you are wrong. You are mistaken and you are wrong. There is no way.
There is no way they'd release Days Gone and The Last of Us 2 in the same year for starters.
Yep.
And secondly, The Last of Us 2
is late 2019 at the earliest.
Yeah.
So, like I said, if in that case, it would need to come out this year at some point. My heart still says August for some reason because they had success. There's games that have come out in August have done well because there's not much competition and it's just before the holiday break. So if they put it in August, a couple months later, with the zombies, they can be like, hey, October, Halloween, zombies, Days Gone's on sale. You know what I mean? Like, that might be a good little second bump for it. But I am oddly keen to play it.
I think it's reasonably expected to be this year sometime.
I would love it to be this year. But
Definitely
when?
quarter 3 and later, though. Not early.
Without a doubt.
Detroit, Become Human.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Yeah, man. So that's got a spring, US spring 2018. So it's looking to be autumn for us.
Yeah.
So second quarter, apparently.
That'd be great.
That'd be awesome. But David Cage has been really good at sort of been going late.
But doing what?
Release dates going late. So,
Oh, okay, yeah.
like getting it delayed. But
No,
from what we've played and what we've seen,
Yeah.
I think this game's a lot further along.
Yeah, and controversies aside, from people that don't know
Unnecessary
what the
controversies.
fuck they're talking about.
If anyone believes that this game is going to be controversial, you are wrong and you are an idiot.
No, but it is controversial. That's the thing. To
Yeah,
certain subsets of people,
You're wrong and you're an
very
idiot.
encouraging domestic violence and
So what it does, you're wrong
It's the opposite, actually.
and you're an idiot.
But yeah, I would love him just to be like, at some point, be like, and it's out in
I think
a month.
I'm kind of, because there's no events coming up anytime soon. I'm curious on how they're going to release all these 2018 dates. Now I understand that they're playing the cards close to their chest, simply because they don't want to be like, it's out in this one, and then we have to change the date. So if by them not saying anything, they're not committing to anything. So that way a game is never actually delayed.
Yeah.
Because one of the big things, everyone gave them a ton of shit because for the last couple of years, most of their first parties have been delayed. Uncharted was delayed, Horizon was delayed. These big tentpole games were delayed.
Yeah. I get
Persona
that.
delayed.
But I also don't believe that for a game to be successful, it has to be given a date at an event either.
Yeah, exactly. But so I think Days Gone's a tough one, especially when it comes down to people don't know what it is. So they could literally make a video, a gameplay trailer for God of War and says coming out Thursday. Everyone's like, yup.
Yup. Yeah.
I mean, it's super easy.
Okay, yeah. But the thing is,
like Days Gone, it's not that.
These first-party titles are already popular enough that the word of mouth will just do the marketing for them.
To us in our echo chamber of the PlayStation fans, like
I don't think so.
We know who Sony Bend is. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but like developers doesn't matter. But you know, just word of mouth. You know,
I mean, like the legacy of Naughty Dog, right? Everyone, if you know Naughty Dog, like someone says it's a Naughty Dog game, everyone's like, oh shit. Everyone's like, what's Days Gone? It's like, oh, it's a game by Sony Bend. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic.
What's Days Gone? It's a sick looking like a zombie game. Look at the trailer.
Motorbike.
No, but that's the thing though, is people showing each other trailers and linking it on social media. I think that there's enough people like us that will share it around.
Yeah,
that it will
true.
do the marketing. It'll do the marketing for
I
itself,
want it.
I reckon.
The answer is I want it. And Detroit Become Human, I goddamn want it. I want it so bad.
Without a doubt this year.
Without a doubt this year. Yeah.
Dreams.
Has to be this year. Has to be this year.
Or else?
I don't give a fuck about the game, but it has to be this year.
When? Like,
I don't know. See, these super creative games that like don't really have a game. It's like you create the game. I'm like, no, that's the one. I don't like. I want you to tell me what game to play. Like
yeah, but there are people that really love it.
Oh yeah, like I said, this is me personally. This is not you're different. Joe Blow's different, right? But for me, I'm like, no, you tell me what game you want me to play. You tell me what story you're trying to make. So you make your own story. Like, you create the world. It's the same reason that Mario Maker doesn't interest me.
Yeah,
I'm like, I
understand that.
Give me the missions. But like, apparently it does have a single player, which is cool.
Well, apparently, the word is that single player is basically a big tutorial on how you can eventually take
which I
it
always
over.
dislike for super creative games. Like, it's like, here's all the tools to do the other thing. I'm like,
but like, let's say you wanted to like use all the tools and all of that, and it's like, here's a tutorial that goes for 4 hours. You'd be like, no. Whereas if it's kind of written into single player narrative, it's like you're doing the tutorial, but not you're learning everything.
Yeah, but at the same point, it's like, this is a very thinly veiled tutorial.
Nah. You're just.
I'm cynical.
You're a little bit cynical. All right, God of War. Do we believe the leaked PSN of 22nd of March?
In my heart of hearts, you can check back old videos. I've always said March. I've always wanted it to be March. I want it to be March so goddamn bad. But
you don't believe it?
I don't believe it anymore.
Okay. Well, what do you believe?
This year. It's definitely this year. It's certainly early. I'm probably thinking late April, early May. Like, give it a couple months. Because, like, we know that the guy gives Balrog, fuck whatever. The big creative director, Cory Balrog, Balrog, whatever. He's not the creature from Lord of the Rings. He's it's something else. Like, he was very closed off in terms of dates.
Yeah, that's not it.
That's not at all.
Keep talking.
He was very closed off in terms of releasing it, talking about dates.
Cory Balrog. Very closed off about dates at PSX. Yeah.
And I think when you're potentially could be coming out in the next 4 months at that time, you can't be that closed off. I think they need at least a 3 month turnaround between now and release. I think so. And an example. So right now, Colin Moriarty of Kind of Funny, of Colin's Last Stand, put a tweet out the other day that said that he was talking to someone, like a source from Santa Monica, who said that they're really unhappy with God of War's pre-orders right now. I'm like, yeah, because there's no release date or announce of a collector's edition. You know what I mean? Like, if I love God of War and I'm so keen as hell for this game, I'm gonna buy a collector's edition. Like, all aside, we're probably gonna get a copy of it, right? From PlayStation. I'm still gonna buy the goddamn collector's edition because I think it's gonna have a sweet statue with with Kratos and his son, whose name I never remember.
Atreus?
So I name him Artemis. I think it's Atreus, but I like Artemis better. So with him and Artemis, and like, I want it. But like, I would have pre-ordered it right now if I knew.
Yeah. But as soon as I give it a date, whether it's a month away, 2 or 3 months away, it's going to make
it's pretty much will spiral.
Yeah, it'll go fucking insane.
Yeah, God of War is lucky enough to be such a known commodity that it could be announced in a month from now, and people will still buy it.
Here's one I put in for you, but apparently it's not doing so well on the PC. Harvest Moon, Light of Hope.
Yeah, so Harvest Moon, Light of Hope is supposed to be a throwback to Harvest Moon of old. So, for those who don't know, the original creators of Harvest Moon had since split off from Harvest Moon, and they now do Story of Seasons on 3DS. But they couldn't take the name Harvest Moon with them because of ownership of the rights of the name and whatnot. So, what they're trying to do here is to celebrate the anniversary of Harvest Moon. Like, we'll go back to some classic and we'll give it a new kind of cool spin.
Yeah.
So an old but new.
So it's already out on PC.
It's already out on PC. I had no idea. I randomly like, what was that Harvest Moon game? And I was like, oh, it looks like crap. Apparently the reviews are really appalling. So I lost all excitement for it. Stardew Valley is a better Harvest Moon game.
I put it in just for you, but that's sad.
I was really excited. Now not so much.
Jurassic World Evolution. What do we think about that?
Trailer? Is it kind of like the Jurassic World like park builder?
Yeah, the park builder.
Yeah,
like
hell yeah.
Sim City, but Jurassic
Hell
Park.
yeah. I played one of them on my phone, and this is gonna be way better.
Yeah, guaranteed this year, no date, but it looks cool as shit. And I like, you think playing like Sim City, the natural disasters, you have the aliens attack or the earthquakes or the tornadoes. You know, I'm just gonna let the raptors out and just watch them go to town on my park.
Like, all right, wipe it and start again.
Yeah. I'm gonna let out everything and just watch eat some popcorn and watch all these kids get massacred.
Very nice.
Definitely this year, but no date. Speaking of no date,
so with the release of the movie Fallen Kingdom coming out this year, it's very likely like they want to tie around the same time, I think.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Apparently, it was slated for like they gave it a year. Was it called D24 or whatever? D23. Whatever the thing is, the convention for Disney shit. They were like, yep, 2018 for Kingdom Hearts. And everyone's like, sure. And I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah. Cool.
Do you think? Like,
you got to remember, that gives them till December 31st, 2018.
Yeah, it's still got another 360 days to get it out.
They could do something with it.
I don't know.
Hopes aren't high, but then again, I don't have the history with Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I just want to play that Toy Story level.
Okay. You should just get the Toy Story game on PS3. The game is rad. The game is
it's really good.
All right. Arguably the biggest hitter of the year, potentially, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Fuck yes.
No actual date. But
no date, because it was originally slated for fall 2017. That was US fall, so that was our spring. So at the end of last year, about October, we were sort of originally thinking. And got delayed indefinitely, and they can sort of do whatever they want with it, I guess, because it's Rockstar. People are going to buy it.
Yeah.
That's another game. They'll be like, hey, it's already out. Like, what? And then,
It's funny, looking at the timeline of Rockstar's like game releases for the since they were a company, every year it was something. Up until GTA 5. Nothing since then.
Yeah, because they've realised, because they did that in order to fund GTA.
Yeah, I
so
get
Rockstar as a company, they're like, oh, we're gonna divide our team and you're gonna make Midnight Club, whatever. You're gonna do this, and all that money is reinvested back into the next number GTA.
Bully, LA Noire.
Yeah. So it's all towards a bigger picture. With now, they can be like, well, we'll just use the microtransaction money. Like, we don't have to release a new game because the money that we're making from GTA Online will be reused back into that.
Kind of keen to see what Red Dead Online is going to be.
Red Dead Online on the PS3 was fun.
Yeah.
Not good as GTA 5. GTA 5 Online is a whole new beast.
Does this have potential to be better though, or are they too different?
I think they're two.
Because GTA you got the fun of the skyscrapers and planes and helicopters and technology and tanks and all that. Like, a lot of that doesn't translate to Red Dead, obviously.
The simplism of the Western
okay.
was a lot of fun.
Okay.
A lot of poker, a lot of like playing horseshoe and
darts and
just riding around together on horses and robbing trains, all that sort of stuff. And like,
I suppose heists are like robbing trains for Red Dead.
So I think the heists and stuff could still go strong. I think they'll both live within tandem. I don't think GTA Online is going to be getting many more major updates. I think because you're right. They've just there was a little promotion thing going on in the game where you could get a revolver from Red Dead 2 in the game. Got it, of course.
Yeah. Is that one hit kill or what?
It's pretty strong.
'Cause I swear one dude just killed me.
Yeah, maybe.
And it was like a golden pistol.
Yeah. It's worth doing the mission to go pick it up.
I should probably get it before it runs out. Yeah.
It's really not that hard to do.
So when are you thinking for it though? Later.
I'm thinking later. Apparently, there's a rumor that there's a rumor came out that it's got slated by a website that leaked the GTA 5 release date.
Yeah.
And they've put it as June 3rd.
It's not too far away.
That's pretty good. I'm happy with June. My only concern is that is like a week before E3. Or a week to 2 weeks before E3. That's my only concern.
Why is that concerning?
I don't know. It just seems like a weird time to do it.
Nah.
Because I think Red Dead is in a place where they can just drop it on like a random Tuesday.
They can put it out whenever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
It won't matter.
But like, it's
won't matter.
You know, there are other kind of big releases that might come around June.
Yeah.
But this is blow them out of the water.
But when they announce their date, every single other game will just go, nope.
Yeah, it's spread.
Drop it earlier or delay it.
Wildfire and everyone just move.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm so keen for Red Dead Redemption 2. Like those trailers, like it looks fantastic. It looks great. I love the first one so much. I want to go play it more again, and I still can't believe you haven't played it.
I would if I could fucking put the disc in my PS4 and play it.
Yeah.
I've got it at home. I've got it. I just can't be fucked hooking up the PS3 just to play it.
You are aware you just all have to do is put the HDMI cable that's plugged into your PS4 into it.
Yeah, I know. But the PS3 is put away in the garage in a box.
Oh.
So
Well, mine's on there.
yeah. Well, you got two.
Yeah, because that one broke.
Yeah.
I've got the yellow light of death. And then I tried to fix it, made it worse.
I would have 100% have played it by now if it had backwards compatibility. That's a whole nother thing. Two more. Soul Calibur 6. 4? 6. 6.
You're bad at Roman numerals.
Yeah. You think being a Final Fantasy fan, I'll be good at it, yeah?
I've not played Soul Calibur since like 3.
Yeah,
no,
3
4.
was 3 was my
the one
last
with Darth Vader and Yoda.
Yeah,
I thought the franchise died, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it went away.
It did for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know when 5 came out.
What I did like about it was that it had weapons compared to like, you know, at the time like Tekken and Street Fighter and
okay.
you know, cause it's Soul Calibur had weapons. And like for me, I have such a fond 2012.
It's been 5 years since we've had one.
So I loved Soul Blade, which is the first one on PS1. It's actually one of my games that I'm now chasing to rebuy.
Yeah.
To have it as in my collection. I don't know where it went when I moved out of Tarragona, but
yeah.
I got it. Like it's so much fun.
Yeah. Very cool, like imagery, like Astaroth, like Astaroth, the guy with the big two-handed axe, and Nightmare, who was like the big Dark Knight with the great sword.
And then Voldo and Cervantes.
Voldo's
the
always
pirate.
gave me the creeps. It gave 8-year-old me the creeps.
Yeah, with the body dysmorphic.
Yeah. And then you had, of course, had the cute girls like Sophia and Ivy, and you know.
Yeah, I'm curious to check it out to be like, okay, this is how far it's come in.
This is how I remember.
Yep.
Or it's not as good as I remember.
Yeah,
we'll see. And last, but certainly not least,
Spooderman.
Spooderman. Spider-Man.
What's your thoughts on Spider-Man?
Nah.
Oh, really?
I'm really indifferent to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never been a Spider-Man fan, like in
Yeah.
any capacity. He just as a character just never did it for me. Like the game looks really fun to play, but I don't know if I'll enjoy it because I really couldn't give less of a dick about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or the game will make me give a dick about Spider-Man, and I will care. I'm not like eagerly waiting for it. You know,
Yeah.
it'll come out, I'll probably pick it up and I'll play it, and I'll either love it or I'll be like, I won't hate it. I know I won't hate it because it looks like a lot of fun to play. But yeah, it'll either be I love Spider-Man now or the game was fun.
Yeah, a lot of bigger, better, and more important YouTubers and like influencers in the industry, like they've all played it and they've loved it. But I think it's because they've played it. I think that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Like it kind of looks like a more lighthearted and colourful Arkham.
Yeah.
With some God of War quick time. So I'm pretty keen for that.
Yeah.
Not having the same man as you, not having that big Spider-Man love. Like granted, with the other boxes in this room anymore. Dylan rocked up with about 50 old PS1 games and the old original Spider-Man's. And I'm like, oh damn! And then a sequel, Rise of Electro. Oh damn!
I never played them.
Oh man, they're so good on PS1 at least. I remember them being really good. So like, I'm keen to see what it does.
So
no, that I wouldn't surprised if that also delays into next year. They've said 2018.
We certainly have
but it's going to be very
a lot of big games on their plate, and it'll be hard to space them all out.
Yeah, Spider-Man is going to be the end of the year.
Yeah. So as we've taken to, we reached out to the community with the topic of the week to get the community's thoughts. If you would also like to give your thoughts every week on whatever topic we're going to be talking about, facebook.com/group slap the PopCulturists / the PopCulturists. Every week I put up a bit of a discussion thread. So I reached out and said to the team, what are your most anticipated games of 2018? One game dominated them all. Red Dead 2. But I'll go through everyone's answers. Ben Baird says Red Dead Redemption 2.
Man of my heart, Ben Baird.
Jacob Garner, Red Dead Redemption 2 and
Pinch,
Detroit.
man of my heart. That's Pinch, if you
Yeah.
never know.
MT Mont, Mitch, Red Dead Redemption 2 for sure.
Mitch, man of my heart.
Really interested. He also says really interested in how they're going to handle the multiplayer side of things. In brackets, as I'm sure the single player story will be awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty much given. That's like no one's gonna be like, "Ooh, what's the single player like?" Like it's gonna be good. So like, what's
we know it's gonna be great. Max Cooper says A Way Out, Sea of Thieves. That's the game you want to
A Way Out, of course.
Right.
Yes, that's.
I'll finish
yeah.
Max's and we'll talk about A Way Out. A Way Out, Sea of Thieves, and Dragon Ball FighterZ. Sea of Thieves, not PlayStation, so we're not going to talk about it.
Even though I want to play it, but
Even though we are going to get out and play it. So A Way Out.
Yes, A Way Out was the weird drunken dude at
the Game Awards.
Yeah, Game Awards. Yeah, so it's
Who we'll never see again. Ever.
No, we've never seen publicly. It's one of those EA indie games, the same vein as like Unravel and Fire.
Not Pyre.
Fryer. It's a weird spot word. Yeah. So I think it's kind of cool. So I got this cool idea of forced multiplayer,
Forced co-op.
Forced co-op, as in you cannot play it by yourself. You need someone, whether it be on the couch or whether it be online. The game is playable only with two people, and it's all like this, it looks like to be two friends. Like there's a jailbreak in there as well, and it's really cool.
Yeah, seems interesting.
I want to play it, and Paul from Player 2. The second we saw it, because we were both watching the live stream at E3 for EA, and we did the live stream here, and we were bullshitting in the chat. And yeah, him and I pretty much from the day dot were like, all right, we'll play this. So we're gonna do a let's play live stream of that together.
Dave Chataway, Nino Kuni 2. That's if it ever releases.
Yeah, Dave was really bummed because he's on long service until Feb.
This will be after.
And for him, it was like, yep, no, it smashes on my long service. But no, can go back to work.
Zach Jackson, Metro Exodus, Call of Cthulhu, and Vampire.
Man, Zach,
to daddy.
So that's Zach from Do You Even Game Bro. Yeah. Good dude. Yeah, he likes weird games. And he has a history of liking really shit games. So I'm
a big fan of Metro.
Metro looks dope.
I don't know if you never played them.
No, but they're really cheap right now on the January sale too.
Really atmospherically unsettling. It's not really I wouldn't call it a horror shooter, but it's more of a psychological. I mean, there's monster creatures and that you got to kill, and it's scary, but it gets in your fucking head, man.
Like Fear. Did you ever play Fear?
Yeah, I played Fear.
Ooh, Fear's good game.
I remember walking into the hotel lobby, and there's like the fountain pool in the middle, and it turns to blood, and the chick like rises out of it. Like, I'm not going to check in.
Even just the first one, you're just walking down the corridor, it's like, blah,
yeah. But it's not really jump scary. Like Metro is a very, very.
But I mean, it's like Fear had me on edge the whole time.
But also the Metro trailer, like graphically, looked insane.
Yeah,
it looks
fantastic.
Insane. Max says, will we ever get Crackdown 3? Don't know. It's not on PlayStation. Lee Wintershoven, Detroit Become Human, Last of Us 2, and Days Gone.
Last of Us 2 ain't happening, my friend.
It might. No, it won't. And Jess, most anticipated at the moment, God of War.
Yeah, Jess.
So they're the community's picks. If you would also like to add in yours for... What was I going to say? For future topics, join us on our Facebook community group, facebook.com/groups/thepopculturists every week. Before you do
that, so what are you personally super pumped for? Like, what is ringing? Like, what's your number one of the year?
Only going out of what's confirmed. I'm not going off.
Oh, okay.
Windows and
okay.
So Monster Hunter World, because it has a date.
Well, go one of each. What's your confirmed is Monster Hunter, and what's your unconfirmed?
Confirmed Monster Hunter. Unconfirmed, but definitely out this year. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Oh, okay.
I really fucking want it, man. I love these side-scrolling platformers, and I'm excited that it is, the spiritual successor to Castlevania, a series that I never got to play. However, the 4-part anime on Netflix is fucking incredible. Yeah, but if we're gonna go Sony first parties, I'll have to go with God of War. Yeah. Like it's a given. Yeah.
For me, my confirmed is Far Cry 5 because looks dope. Yeah. For Sony first party, it's probably God of War on the same vein as you because it's such a switch up of what we know God of War to be. It makes me want to get my hands all over it. Yeah. But I'm also really psyched for Detroit.
Yeah.
And Days Gone. And Red Dead.
It's too hard. Like
Red Dead's my probably third party.
Like everything I want this year, Monster Hunter, Bloodstained, God of War, Red Dead, Detroit. Whatever the fuck else every Sony first party I want
is a given, yeah.
And it's not just because this is a PlayStation show, but they all look like legit great games, except for maybe Dreams. I'm sure it'll be but yeah, every Sony first party looks great. And you can't there's no it's not really for me kind of thing, because I think they all appeal to such a wide range of audiences.
Yeah.
That it's too hard to just pick one, but hopefully they are spread out quite well.
But yeah.
I'm sure they will be.
Anyways, they're all games that are coming out this year sometime. Let's talk about what games are coming to your PlayStation this week in a section we called Coming to the Players.
Gives a bit of time to get back into the swing of things with segues and stuff. I know they're a bit rough today.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
All right. New releases for the week of January 9, 2018. The Count Lucanor, PS Vita, digital. Energy Invasion, PS4, PS Vita, digital. Happy Drummer, PS4, digital. It's called Happy Drummer PS4, out on PS4, digital. Little Red Lie, PS4, PS Vita, digital. Planet Base, PS4, digital. Plox Neon, PS4, digital. Sword of Fortress, The Onamusum, PS4 digital. That's it.
It's a whole bunch of nothing.
Whole bunch of nothing. I mean, it start of the year quite
Which
weak.
is good.
It's not gonna
gives me
start
time to
until-
play other things.
Yeah, pretty much. We got about
3 weeks?
2 to 3 weeks, depending if any games come early and whatnot. We've got about 2 to 3 weeks of free time.
Just chilling.
But that's a wrap for the first. Oh, why is my nose itchy?
Yeah. All that blow you did before you came in here.
Should have waited. Yeah, that's it for 2018.
But yeah.
That's it for the first show of 2018. Just let me itch my nose before I get into the spiel. If you enjoyed that PlayStation conference, my mustache is going up my nose when I breathe in. If you enjoyed that PlayStation conversation, you can join in many more every Monday morning at 9 a.m. for the video and 8 a.m. for the podcast. How do you join that conversation? Simply head over to www.thepopculturists.com/questions. Give us your thoughts, questions, and topics for the show. If a week between shows is a little bit too long, please join us on our Facebook community group, our Discord community group. And if you're feeling generous, join us on Patreon, patreon.com/thepopculturists. Check out the tiers. There might be something there that interests you.
I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Josh Saunders.
And that was For the Players. Fuck, I love the new set.